Run as fast as you can!
Yoshi, help! Help us!
How's KK?
We don't know if he will make it. The Taiho is also in bad shape.
What?
He carried the child on the way to the palace.
Why would he do that?
After all, he is the fastest creature in this world.
Please thank KK for me when you see him.
Your Majesty, the Taiho wishes for you to return to Kinba Palace.
I have to find Enho.
Your Majesty.
I cannot let this happen. I refuse to allow anyone else to get hurt because of me.
You can return to the palace and order your men to search for the man.
I don't know about that. I don't know if anyone there will listen to me, much less go look for the Elder of Arike. Because I am a queen, there are certain things even I cannot do in this world. Please, look after KK.
His wound was not made by spear or arrow, and the area around the wound is burned.
Burned? What could do that?
I am not sure.
That man may have some information. He might know where Enho is.
Oh, that guy. Lo. Yes, he took off from here at least a couple of weeks ago.
What?
Didn't even pay me what he owed me before he left.
Well, do you know anyone who worked for him or would come by to visit him while he was staying here?
He pretty much kept to himself and he never talked about his job to me.
Oh, I see.
Excuse me.
Who are you?
I just started working here. May I help you?
I'm here to see Kantai. Do you know if he's in?
I'm so very sorry, but is he expecting you here?
I see he's found himself a nice maid. You may call me Saibo.
Who is it?
I understand you come from Ho. Whereabouts exactly?
Near Shindo. No, I'm actually from Hoso.
Where Yoshun Palace is? So, do you have any idea what kind of place this is and what sort of people gather here and for what reason?
Yes, I believe so. We all want to make Wa Province a better place.
Lord Gaho controls Wa Province and oppresses its people. And for that reason alone, we cannot let him continue.
Right.
Technically, it is the Queen's duty to punish Gaho and take Wa Province away from him. Such a simple act would solve the problem. But since the days of Yo, the royal court has been run by ministers, and I don't think the new queen can do much to change that yet. Besides, the new ruler is a Taika.
But if a rebellion breaks out, it might be able to get our attention.
Yes, true. We may not be able to defeat Gaho on our own, but if we can get Queen Kay to take interest, then Gaho might be brought to justice. But if it turns out that she still doesn't see the problem, we would more than likely be killed by Gaho and the Queen.
She once said the same thing, that she had been so foolish. She wondered if she would ever be able to be a good queen.
I believe that if Queen Kay is given the chance, that she will notice the problem.
Huh?
At least that's what I believe.
I see. A girl from Ho seems to have more faith in our queen than we do. Doesn't that seem ironic?
Don't you believe in her in the least bit?
There are certain people who have told me to believe in her, so I do want to believe that she is capable. We welcome you to our group, Shoke.
Thank you.
Kantai. Recently, an elder named Enho was kidnapped in Koke.
How did it happen?
Someone attacked the Rike and killed a girl. Then they took the girl's little brother and Enho and disappeared. And that very night, an unannounced carriage came back, opening the gate to Takuho.
Sounds like Shoko.
The horrible beast that serves under Gaho.
The only person that could get the gate at Takuho opened after dark would be Shoko.
Who is Enho anyway?
He is a very wise man. He speaks of the morality of the world and guides people along the right way. Gaho has been after him for some time now. If Shoko has really taken Enho, then we must raise funds for battle quickly. We will need more goods to be delivered to Lo.
Lo has recently moved from Koke to Hokaku, and I hear someone has been snooping around.
The goods are 20 Toki weapons.
Here's the map of Hokaku, and the place we're moving to.
It all seems so sudden. Are you going to be okay, Seki?
I'm more worried about my brother than myself. He always sticks out his neck for other people without even considering his own well-being. I just can't believe that he's decided to take on such a huge fight for all of them.
Does that mean that you don't agree with what your brother is doing?
I don't mean that. But the people of this town don't seem to be as angry at Shoko as my brother is. They'd probably rather put up with Shoko than get themselves killed.
I can understand that. They could just carry on feeling sorry for themselves.
Maybe Shoko isn't the only enemy we have.
The cargo this time are Toki weapons.
Toki weapons?
When we get them, at least we can be assured that our skilled men will be properly armed.
I understand. I'll see you later then.
Everyone is gone. They left early this morning.
Did the tall man leave too?
You mean Kosho? Why, are you friends with him or something?
No, I'm actually friends with a girl named Suzu.
Oh, the one with the sansui. She's not here anymore.
I'm from Shikin, the San Prefecture of Baku Province.
Well, the goods haven't arrived here yet. They're supposed to be coming along from 2 different routes. So if you don't mind, you'll have to wait inside. Here she is. Looks like we have 20 now. But I'm not going to be able to receive any money from her until we have at least 30. Are you able to wait here until then?
My name is Suzu. I'm from Takuho. I'm Shoke. I'm from Meikaku. How old are you? 16. Wow. I think I'm about that age too. Are you originally from K? No, I came here from Ho. Really? What about you? I came here from Sai. What made you travel all the way to K? I'm not quite sure. Well, actually, I had heard that the Queen of K is about the same age as I am, so... Besides, she's a Kaikyaku like me. So I thought... That's why I'm here. Really? Yes. I wanted to see the type of kingdom a girl my age had. I see. That's funny, isn't it? Yes, it is.
You shouldn't get to know each other while you're waiting here, you understand? That's the rule we have around here. People come to see me for certain reasons. We all have something to hide, and it's better for us to mind our own business.
I'm sorry you have to stay here with me tonight. The rest of the goods are delayed. It's not your fault that that happened. Please, take the bed, I insist. No, I can't. Don't worry. It only takes about half a day to get here on a sansui.
dress my doll in a new gown of gold.
What's that song? Oh no, were you listening? What's the name of it? I probably shouldn't be asking you about it.
I think we can make an exception. So are you aware of the contents of the cargo?
Yes, I'm pretty sure that I am.
What are you going to use the weapons for? They're Toki.
Well, we're trying to.
Does it have something to do with Shoko?
No.
We're hiring mercenaries with the money we make selling the Toki weapons.
Gaho.
Could it be that you and I are talking about doing the very same thing?
It looks that way. You see, Shoko recently killed a boy that I was traveling with.
My goodness.
It wasn't his fault. Seishu was killed for no other reason than getting in the way of Shoko's carriage. It's just Shoko is
completely protected by Gaho.
Well, not only that, but Queen K also supports Gaho, so no one tries to accuse Shoko of anything. That's why we have to take this into our own hands and do something.
What you said may not be true. Think about it. That was only going on during the days of Yo.
Yes, but the Queen of K is letting it happen.
Not long ago, I met a friend of Queen K while I was traveling through Ryu. And with a nice friend like him, there's no way she could be that bad of a person. She just became a ruler, so I'm sure there are things that she doesn't understand quite well yet. At least that's what I believe.
But that's still not a very good excuse. She is the queen, you know.
The song I was singing, that was a song from Yoshun Palace in Ho. My father was the king of Ho. 3 years ago, he was killed by his people. He was greatly despised. He may have been an evil king, but I was still very sad when he was gone. I imagine the pain is similar to that of losing your friend. I hate myself for not being aware enough about it to say something to him while it was going on. So then I think, what if the people around the Queen now are unaware of what's happening just like I was before? My father was chosen by Horin, the Kirin of Ho, so I'm sure there was at least some good in him before everything else happened. But I can see now how if no one was telling him when he was doing something wrong, how it could easily go on until he became corrupt. I was ignorant as a little porcelain doll. Queen K must feel the same. She's just their puppet.
Then why was it that Queen K fired the Lord of Baku Province, even though it was known that the people were very fond of him?
That's a favorite tactic of a corrupt official. Someone who's honest like him is an eyesore to crooked officials like Gaho and Shoko. It must have been easy to set him up.
So then,
late last night, Arike in A province was attacked. A young girl was murdered and an old wise man named Enho was kidnapped.
Arike? I saw a carriage opening the gate in Takaho late last night.
Shoko must have done it, because he hates those who speak of justice, just like when they got rid of the Lord of Baku. Don't you think so?
I wonder if Queen K is a nice person after all.
I believe she is, but that's just my opinion. Is that what's making you so upset right now?
No, I'm glad that you think that. I've always wanted to meet Queen K. I used to believe that she was a nice person, and say she was very sick, so I wanted to take him to Gyoten, but he was killed by Shoko. And I naturally thought Queen K was supporting that monster, so I wanted to kill her too.
Suzu. The boy, Seishu. It's really a shame, isn't it? You weren't wrong about any of it. Queen K would have saved him if you'd made it to Gyoten. I know she would have.
I see. You say there are people who are after Shoko, just like we are after Gaho, I guess the people of Takuho weren't all cowards after all. But if they're gathering Toki weapons, they're going to strike soon.
So, who is Lo?
He is friends with Mr. Saibo.
Mr. Saibo? Isn't he connected to someone higher up than that? 'Cause it seems to me that Mr. Saibo is really working for someone else.
I get it. Woman's instinct, huh? You're right. I'm protected not just by Mr. Saibo, but also by his master. Don't worry, Lo is his old friend.
What did you do with Enho? I thought we were supposed to ask him where the Queen is.
He has no idea where the Queen is. Long ago, there was an institution called Shojuku in Baku Province.
It was a school.
Shojuku?
There was a sennin at the time named Rosho who was from the same town. Or at least that's how the old legend has it. Everyone in the San prefecture tried to act like Rosho. They tried to interfere with the government.
Shojuku doesn't teach knowledge, they teach wisdom. The graduates became officials or lived as heroic citizens. They were the type that helped people in the street, just like Lo does.
The students were known to criticize the kingdom's political system, especially in Wa Province.
I think both Mr. Saibo and his master graduated from Shojuku.
Enho used to be one of those who would teach such nonsense to the many students who attended the Shojuku. So as a result, they were punished, and the Shojuku was burned down.
You burned it down, didn't you? So if the only thing they were was smart, then why were you so afraid of them?
This all happened a few years ago. A woman claimed to be the queen, but the men of Shojuku said that she wasn't. Well, it turned out that they were right about it. The problem was that they were telling that to the people, and they made it seem like those who were supporting her were nothing more than common traitors.
So what are we gonna do about the Queen of K? I still have to go and try to save her.
You should just stay right there, until Chief Shoko takes his rightful place as the King of K.
Do we have enough?
Right now, we have enough to defeat Shoko. He has 150 guards, and there are 1,000 of us, plus we have 80 Toki weapons.
That's good.
But if we just run and disappear after defeating Shoko, then the authorities would probably keep torturing all of the townspeople until they found out who did it. So what we have to do is keep fighting them as we retreat, and that'll let them know that we're behind our action as we go. Within a couple of days, Gaho will come out with his provincial army from Meikaku. And at that point, our meager forces will be no match for an army like that.
So what are we going to do then?
All we can hope is that the people of Takuho will rise up and fight with us. Suzu, you can run if you want.
I don't want to run.
What's going on?
It's coming from the dining room!
You're the girl from the other day.
Kosho, she was asking about you in the town, and I told her you would never kill anyone. Then she wanted me to bring her to you.
Arike and Koke was recently attacked.
Arike?
It's true. I heard that it was Arike somewhere in the A province, and that an old man was kidnapped by someone.
What was the old man's name?
I don't remember.
Enho.
Enho.
Yes, that was his name, Enho.
Are you saying Enho was abducted?
Some very shady characters were seen wandering around the Rike, and I know they were from Takuho. But then the very next morning, they were all gone. And right now, you are the prime suspects.
We moved because you came snooping around again the other day.
That's right, and where were you then?
For your information, I was there the whole time. I was suspicious, so I was listening to your conversation from the kitchen.
It was Shoko. Shoko must have attacked the Rike.
It was Shoko? Why would he take Enho?
Enho is a graduate of Shojuku of Baku Province.
A Shojuku?
Yes, he told me that the very first time he introduced him to me. But he told me not to tell anyone, because some people are trying to kill Shojuku graduates.
Why would they want to kill them?
Because there are certain people who don't like those who speak out for justice. Gaho was the first to support the false queen, while Shojuku suspected her legitimacy from the very beginning of it all.
So then what happened to the Shojuku?
It was burned down, with many teachers in it. They ended up blaming a refugee in Takuho for it. Then not long after that, one refugee was specially picked to be placed into the position of Shoshiba.
Shoshiba? Are you saying the officer of the town of Shisui is the one who burned Shojuku down?
Shoko tried to track down every single person that had graduated from Shojuku. That's why Enho must have
been kidnapped by Shoko and then brought back to Takuho.
I don't know if he's dead or alive.
I apologize for causing trouble.
Hey!
I have no other choice but to go and save him.
Wait, Yoshi! Do you even know where Enho is?
Several of my men have been keeping an eye on Shoko. I'll have them find out where the horse carriage went right away.
There are others?
Yes, we've been watching Shoko steadily for the last 3 years now.
I see then.
That's some sword you got there. But can you slay Senin with it? If you would like, I could give you one that would certainly do the trick.
This is fine.
Yoko looks around at the nodding faces. They gather to accomplish what she could not. The 12 Kingdoms, Episode 35. A Great Distance in the Wind, The Sky at Dawn, Chapter 13.